My name is Joseph Mason. COVID hit, and it was a bad time for everybody. So I lost my job, and I lost some few things that I had near and dear to me, and it drove me to acting. So I jumped into acting school in Los Angeles, and that's where it started. Well, I was a personal trainer at the time, and the lady that I was training asked me, had I ever modeled before, and I told her no. And I said I wanted to be one, but she was just like, well, if I can get you a suit and let you stand up in front of a venue for me and pay you, would you do it? And I did it. So while I was at the venue, it was for David Tatera, and he's a wedding planner, venue guy. And while I was at the event, I got scooped up by an agency for modeling, and that's where it took off.
Okay, what did it take you from there?
Ooh. Lots of runway shows. It took me to John Casablancas. I was there for about 6 or 7 months. Did a lot of shows around Houston. I did a lot of free work, for sure. And ultimately ran into my photographer, Bryson.
Okay. And how was that experience?
Hey, we're still rocking. The dude's crazy, but you know, hey, he shoots good. Everything's good. He hasn't let me down. Always been there. Good friend, reliable guy. So yeah, that's my dude. It took me to John Casablancas. I was there for about 6 or 7 months. Did a lot of shows around Houston. I did a lot of free work, for sure. And ultimately ran into my photographer, Bryson.
Okay. And how was that experience?
Hey, we're still rocking. The dude's crazy, but you know, hey, he shoots good. Everything's good. He hasn't let me down. Always been there. Good friend, reliable guy. So yeah, that's my dude. Well, it was a pretty easy crossover. It was pretty simple. Now the memorization of the words was kind of hard. I had to get used to doing that. The comprehension of stories, because I didn't like to read. I can read good, but I didn't like to read it enough to where I remember the book or remember what I'm reading to quote it back to you. So I technically didn't care about reading. So that was a hard flip-flop over because of it was being something that I just didn't like to do.
So, with you didn't want to read, what motivated you to keep going?
Watching my other peers in class do their skits and do their scripts, it became cool because I wanted to get it, and I didn't want to be the person in class that didn't get it. So I just figured out how to do it somehow. I didn't know when I got to college that it was going to be a lot of reading. So it was kind of one of those things that when you paid $10,000, you kind of got to do it. So, you know, that's just what it was. You know, my first three weeks, maybe a month, was hard. I couldn't catch up. I didn't understand everything. I couldn't get the technique. I didn't understand what they meant by different methods of acting. So it was crazy. But once I got it, it was pretty good. Well, it was a pretty easy crossover. It was pretty simple. Now the memorization of the words was kind of hard. I had to get used to doing that. The comprehension of stories because I didn't like to read. I can read good, but I didn't like to read it enough to where I remember the book or remember what I'm reading to quote it back to you. So I technically didn't care about reading. So that was a hard flip-flop over because of it was being something that I just didn't like to do.
So, with you didn't want to read, what motivated you to keep going?
Watching my other peers in class do their skits and do their scripts, it became cool because I wanted to get it, and I didn't want to be the person in class that didn't get it. So I just figured out how to do it somehow. I didn't know when I got to college that it was going to be a lot of reading. So it was kind of one of those things that when you paid $10,000, you kind of got to do it. So, you know, that's just what it was. You know, my first three weeks, maybe a month, was hard. I couldn't catch up. I didn't understand everything. I couldn't get the technique. I didn't understand what they meant by different methods of acting. So it was crazy. But once I got it, it was pretty good. Other question. I've experienced changes in people. I've experienced dirty and grimy people. I've experienced people that would hold you back if they have the opportunity, if they have the iron fist to keep you down. I've experienced good people. People that want to see you do good, want to be beside you, want to stick with you while you're doing it. I met some great people on set, most definitely. I've had some laughs with some people that I probably never would have met, and it was fun. It was always fun. Time. You don't get time with people. You don't get time to yourself like you used to. You can't make promises that you would usually make because you can't really own up to it sometimes because it's a self-employed job, so you're always in demand of being somewhere. So somewhere may be Atlanta, Florida, just anywhere out of town, something in town may be going on, and it's like, my contract says I got to do this. It's kind of like, if you watch the NBA, LeBron's a commodity. So LeBron has to play every Christmas, every Thanksgiving. He's on those days he has to play because everybody wants to see LeBron. Not considering myself LeBron, but I'm saying as an entertainer that you are the holiday. You have to entertain on those specific days because that's when people want to be entertained. That's the only time they're sitting around by themselves and with a family or a group of people. So that's when they get to watch you all together. They love it. They think it's cool. They're pretty supportive of it. Actually pretty good and supportive of it in ways that I really need. So, but once again, it goes back to time of things that you don't get. So it still makes everything kind of hard when you don't have time to be with them, see them, or be around during times that you want to be. But they still support it.
In what ways are they supportive?
Sharing. They watch my stuff for sure. They watch over my stuff when I'm not there, when I'm gone. So, I would say, I guess my bare necessities that I need done that I can't do when I'm moving around. Doing Bass Reeves for Paramount. We did this slave scene, and they had us in these woods, man. the trees were like up to here. The bushes, like I'm telling you, it was crazy. It had thorns and all kind of stuff. And so we were supposed to run out of the browse, and it was crazy. We had torches, but dude, when I came out of there, I was getting poked. I was getting stabbed. I had so many thorns in my legs, it was ridiculous. And second one, Armstrong. We had a scene where I was chasing a guy, and when I chased him through an alley, I didn't know it was some other guys back there playing dominoes or cards or whatever. And yeah, they had guns, real ones. So when I chased him back there, they pulled up on me. So yeah, I was like, no, it's a movie. It's just a movie. It's a movie. Calm down. Chill out. Chill out. It's fake. So yeah, it was funny. Yes and no. The difficultness really only came when they don't read the script and get into their character development. That's pretty much the only way you could actually bother or hurt me on set, is not do your job. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm not the best thing smoking, but I do my job. I read my script. I study what I'm supposed to be as the character. So I expect my scene partner to do the same. You know, regardless if we hung out to go over this or we've got good chemistry or not, you still have to do your job. So, you know, that's just how I feel. Nobody can really mess me up, but you can mess yourself up. Will Smith, despite his mishaps, it's not my problem. It's a grown man. But as far as his career, I love his career. I've always followed his career. It's like hell of an idol for me, definitely. You know, like I said, his mishaps are not my issue. I can't do anything about that. The man's older than me. I can't do anything about it. Not my problem. But his talent is immaculately crazy, extraordinary. Second, you said a female. Oof. Viola Davis. Yeah, I say Viola Davis. Viola Davis is very versatile. She's very. Now I've never met her, so I don't know how she is on the set and how she handles people. But I mean, she seems like a lady that gets what she needs, what she wants. I've never seen her have to complain as far as outside of acting. She's always killed everything she's ever done. And I do mean killed it. You know, she's had some big time roles. So, yeah, as a female, I would say Viola Davis. Pay. Doing a lot of stuff for free. Because there's always a modeling show going on. Always. They're never not having them. But if you don't learn the knowledge of the business, you're always getting jacked around. Just bottom line, point blank. If you want to make money from modeling, you need a modeling agent. Other than that, freelancing, you're probably going to do a lot of free work. Thinking that you're going to get paid eventually, or thinking that because you don't know the business of it, you don't even know how to speak what you should get from that. You know, when you even look up a lot of modeling shows around the city, they have no experience needed. That's free. That's free. I'm not knocking anybody, but that's free. If you can they get it done. People show up. I mean, you can have a modeling casting call. Just keeping it real. You can have a modeling casting call and make 40, 50, 60 people show up, and all you need is 15 to 20 of them, if that much. And you just need that many to walk right. The rest you can fix. You can send them a little development class for a little minute and fix it. And now you got a show for free.
So other than money,
hell yeah. Plenty of them. if you don't deal with people about their craft and really deep into what they want to do, then you're pretty much just dealing with somebody that's just wasting your time and his. A lot of guys, sometimes they're photographers because they want to get women, they want to get somebody, they're using the job to get something from the job. They're not using the job to make them look better, people look better, show that their craft is superb, but I mean, I guess that's in everything you do, though, whether it's photography, acting, videography, producing. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that you don't want to work with. Photography has helped my brand because I've taken a lot of pictures that I never would have gotten done. A lot of pictures different ways that I wouldn't have never done. And they've gotten me a fan base that I never would have had. So, and now I have a hell of a portfolio, which is crazy, that I didn't even see coming. So, I'm thankful for that. And yeah, I would say they did a lot for me. Different at first. The first time I did it, I didn't like the person I did it with. It didn't turn out too good. It almost ended in an ass whooping. So yeah, but the second time, like I said, my photographer Bryson, I'm good. We've been rocking since maybe 2-3 years now, and yeah, I'm pretty much in there with that. It's not a big deal. Once you get comfortable with yourself, comfortable with the camera, comfortable with the person taking the pictures, once you get comfortable with everything and realize this is what it is, then it just happens. You just go with it. You know what you're doing it for. One red flag. When you stop taking pictures and you start trying me, that was a red flag.
Okay.
When you stop doing your job and you're trying to do other things that are not your job. The first time was different. It was weird for her, not me. Because I ain't like her any type of way, so it was just different. She was nervous. She wanted to drink or something. She wanted like a drink or a shot or something because she was uptight, kind of nervous because she's never taken nude pictures with somebody she didn't know. So, but we got it done, My birthday shoot, that was probably my best one. I got to wear the favorite colors.
Which one was this?
With the green suit.
Okay.
From China.
What makes it memorable?
It was, for one, it was an 80s theme. It was my favorite color. I was ready. I was prepared for it. And again, it was for my birthday. I never really done anything like that for my birthday. So that was different. It was cool. And it was actually centered around my birthday. So it made sense. Because I actually the pictures that I took, I grew up in a house that actually looked like the stuff in the background. Up and coming model. Whew. Be fearless at what you're trying to do, as far as the steps, the turns, the movements. Learn all of it. It's not hard, but learn all of it. Learn what different types of walks, different types of shows that you can go to. Find neutral poses for yourself. Look up poses for you that look good for you to do. Don't wait until somebody gives you one. Get you 5 to 10 poses that you really love and look in the mirror. If they look good on you, do those poses. That's for you. Those are your poses. So get more knowledge and get an agent. If you're gonna model, I would say get an agent. Definitely get an agent. Start off classes. Take relevant classes. When I say relevant classes, meaning relevant to what type of actor you are. Because I personally don't know if you're a comedian. I don't know if you're a comedic actor. I don't know if you're a drummer. I don't know what type of actor you are. So the more classes and things that you put in your resume showing that that's what you are, it's pretty much more believable. So get the knowledge on the craft, get the knowledge on the business itself. Go further than what you are. Pay attention to direction, to detail. Meet more people, for sure. It's not a job where you can be an introvert. It's an extrovert job. So get out, mingle with people. Try to do movies in different places that you wouldn't even go. You never know what's going on there. Meet. Just all in all, just put everything you got into it. You know, don't hold back like, oh, I don't think I should do this. Yeah, you should. Whatever you think you shouldn't do, you should do. I would like to work with 50 Cent and Courtney Kemp. I would like to work with, I'm trying to think, Jordan Peele. I would love to work with, I can't think of the guy's name. It's a lot. I don't know if Raymond Chow is still in the business, but him, I want to work for him. Definitely Peter Pham, which hopefully I'll be working for him soon. Those are big names that I'm looking at for future-wise. And to get on Netflix, for sure. Yeah, I think if I got on Netflix, I'd probably surprise myself. I'd probably go crazy myself. Forget about the other people. I'd probably be my own fan of that. Yeah, I'm actually trying now. I just signed in for Squid Game, trying to be on that. I would do Survivor. I would do a lot of those shows, but they're not really they're very selectable who they pick. So, I mean, I'm still trying, but I'm gonna get on a TV show for sure.
So if you had the opportunity to do one of their dating shows, would you do it?
I don't know, because I'm not really into all that love and hip-hop crap stuff. I'm really not. I'm just not into drama shows, and it's pretty much what you have to make out of those shows is a bunch of drama, because that's what it's built on. It's not a show if there's no drama happening. I do. I want to do content. I'm honestly looking for about 3 or 4 guys to do that. Video guy, which will more than likely be Bryson. Yeah, so, you know, if anybody sees this, I am looking for some content creating guys. So, yeah, I just need 4, including myself. And, yeah, man, I think we can make some good stuff, make some stuff happen. I want to start doing, I wanted to say podcast, but I'm not really a podcaster. If I do a podcast, it'll be 1 a week. It wouldn't be all the time. It would be something I do once a week, and I would just let a lot of guys come in and talk. Girls would be in loud, but it would be more of an opinionative thing. So, you know, it would be different guests, different nights, different weeks. Just different types of stuff. Nothing that I want to spark up and talk about, getting people riled up about. Just, you know, giving the common people a chance to talk. You run into hating, you run into assumptions, you run into people like lurking behind things that you're doing. A lot of people perceiving a lot of stuff that you do the wrong way. All that comes with social media. Social media is like, it's dirty entertainment. That's what I call it. It's just dirty entertainment. You get the bottom, you get the nitty gritty of bullshit, what people want to say. It doesn't matter what they're going through. They'll say it. Yeah, I don't really have fans. I consider them good friends.
Okay. Why do you consider them to be friends?
Because if I met them, I would treat them that way. It's kind of one of those do unto others as you want done unto you. So I don't want people to look at me and be a fan like I'm an untouchable person. I'm not immortal. I'm not a god. So, you know, if you met me, it would, hey man, thanks for that. Appreciate it. You know, I would shake your hand just because you don't even know me. You know, when you run into somebody in Indiana, you're from Arkansas or Texas or way somewhere else, and they tell you your name. They tell you the name of your movie. I watched you. You know, you don't think you owe that person a handshake? You don't think you owe something? You know what I'm saying? I think that's what you got into it for. So yeah, they're not really a fan. You know, a fan is a person that would never meet you. Somebody like in China, that's a fan. You're not gonna get to me unless I come to you. But somebody here in America, I don't think those are fans. Those are friends, because you can run into these people at any moment. We fly everywhere. We drive everywhere. You never know when you run into people like that. So if they know you, just hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Professionally, I try not to offend people with certain things. That's why I try to explain what it is. You know, I don't want to put out content without you understanding why I'm joking about it or why it's funny. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't what I laugh at is what I laugh at. You know, what other people don't think is funny that's not my problem. So, not really. I care, but I don't care. I know genuinely in my heart I'm not against somebody and their issue. I'm not. So there's nothing I can do about it to change it. So I'm not here to make a mockery of you. I'm just here to make some comedy of something. Yes, they do consider me a sex symbol. I started like that. You know, even with the pictures it led over into the movies, turned me into a sex symbol. I've done 5, 6 scenes already. That's just the way they saw me. So, but I don't want to be known for that, because your first 2 to 3 movies would depict your career of how people look at you. Most of the time it does. Oh, well, I see you. And that's what people remember you by, until you do one big movie that they can't help but remember you for this.
So how do you remove yourself from that situation of getting those repetitive roles?
You kind of don't, but you do. You just don't. You don't look for them. You know, you don't look for those roles. You know, it's called typecasting. You know, if you're typecasted, then it's kind of one of those: do you want to say yes or do you want to say no? Because that's what they want you for. You may not have even auditioned for that, but they typecasted you just because you fit that part. So it's kind of a yes or no thing. Yeah, I've turned down like maybe 5. And it wasn't because I couldn't do it, it's because timing. I couldn't be there. You know, sometimes I'm overbooked. Sometimes I'm double booked on certain days. Like I might have 2 things on the 17th and I didn't know it. And it's kind of sometimes it's hard because I keep up my own schedule. I don't have a secretary or anything like that. Yeah, I keep up with my own schedule. I don't have a secretary. My agent sends me at work. I look for work, so it's like it's a constant thing. I check my own emails. I check pretty much everything, my own everything. I have to update my own resume at work. I do my own taxes. I have to do all of that stuff and tax myself every year for the movies that I've done. Yeah, pretty much all this whole shebang. Good people of America and social media life. My name is Joseph Mason. If you look me up on Instagram, it is official Joseph Jerome Mason, all together, no spaces. On Facebook, I'm just Joseph Mason. On Snapchat, I am Lionheart71283. That's all the social media I actually have right now. I had a Twitter, but I kind of don't really have time for Twitter. There's too much going on Twitter. If y'all hit me up, I'll do my best to hit back at you. Just don't say weird stuff. I mean, y'all know. But love the fans, love the friends, love everybody. Thank you for your support. I do appreciate you. If you've watched my movies, if you haven't watched my movies and you still know who I am, I do greatly appreciate that also. I got a lot more heat coming for you. I've done over 22 movies, and they're coming soon. So, appreciate that. Love you all.